Welcome my YouTube followers. Today we want to look at hypothesis testing. Some of my fans and followers asked me to say something about it and how I understand it. Press the like button, share and subscribe, and I would like to see your comments. Hypothesis testing is a formal procedure for investigating our ideas about the world using statistics. Anything. It's just our own way of trying to research into the unknown. It's most often used by scientists to test specific predictions called hypotheses that arise from these theories. What that means is that we are having two claims, claim one and claim two, that we've not proven until we test in this way. Somebody reports you to the court of law. Are you jailed right away? No. The judge decides whether you remain innocent or he declares you guilty. And then when you're guilty, you go to prison. When you are declared innocent, you go home. So research hypothesis, we can relate with what I've just stated in this way. The accused is the population. And the allegations or the accusations or the claims are our hypothesis. You are claiming the thief that he has stolen your money or something or your car. So those are basically hypotheses. So when you state these claims, we cannot say that you've stolen unless we have the evidence uh, taken to the court of law against the criminal population. The judge decides whether he examines the evidence and decides whether it's sufficient enough to make you guilty. The evidence in this case is the sample data. It's the data that you've collected in the field and you've presented, so you've tested it. How do you test? Because now this is not the court of law, so we test it using some of the statistical tests that are there, so many of them, as you know. So we have the Pearson chi-square test, uh, then we have the Fisher distribution, also called the F distribution or the F test, and then we have the student t-test. Basically, so, and there are so many. We have the standard normal distribution and so many of them. So you, and then the choice of those uh, tests will now again be a question of discussion for another time on what test do you use to test what and why. The null hypothesis is like the initial condition that you are innocent. Is the claim, the first claim that you are innocent. That's the null hypothesis. It cuts across all hypotheses. So generally, regardless of how the research is set up and how you want it, so think of a null hypothesis as it's the general understanding that was there before your evidence was brought. So basically, that's the null hypothesis. And then the alternative hypothesis is the research question, what you are researching. That is the alternative hypothesis or the research hypothesis. So that's that. So again, there are 5 steps of doing a research. You state your research hypothesis as a null hypothesis, an alternate hypothesis. So there are two types of hypothesis, the null hypothesis, and then we have the alternate hypothesis. Number 2, collect data in a way designed to test the hypothesis. So when you have stated your claims about the criminal, you collect the evidence. So you collect the data in a way designed to test the hypothesis. So you collect the evidence, then you perform an appropriate statistical test. That is our point number 3. Perform appropriate statistical test. So after you've got your test or your evidence, you go to the court of law and the judge decides otherwise. So, and then the number 4 point is decide whether to reject or fail to reject your. So that is now the sentence. So, and then after that you present your findings. So, yes. So next time we will look at the type of errors, type 1 and type 2 errors. Which error is the most dangerous? Error 1 and error 2. What are they and which one is the most dangerous? So put your comment down there and see you